Hello guys and gals, what is going on? It's G-Meister here, and welcome to my review of Star vs. Force Evil Season 2, Episode 2. Now, I'm going to go over my layout first. First of all, each episode of Star vs. Force Evil is cut up between two parts. 1A, or for this case, it will be 2A and 2B. I'm going to give each part its own individual review score, and go over them as if they're their own episode and not just one of the same, or not into one package. That is just my layout, how I'm going to do these reviews. Also, sorry this video was a little late, but yeah, let's begin with Star vs. Force Evil Season 2, Episode 2A. Basically, this episode has, Star, Marco, and all the other classmates going over their futures. Like, what are they going to do with their life after school? The counselor guy had, Star thinking she's just gonna be forced to be queen of Muni, and she has to act perfect and stuff. And I guess kind of Star a little bit mad. And then the counselor guy to ask Marco, hey, you and Star has been doing stuff. Like, have been getting along lately. That's just my friend Chris messaging me, in case you're wondering. Yeah. And then, how they like each other, how they've been getting a little intimate. And what the fuck is with all the Starco shit going on? I'm sorry, but Season 2 offered a lot of Starco. I don't mind Starco. I just don't want a whole shitload of it, you know what I mean? And it turns out, and then they just recommend, Marco being a freaking janitor, you know what I mean? So, Star in this episode is just basically obsessed with her, not winding up like her mother, or not being the queen, because she wants to go on her own path. So she's also trying to figure out how to be the perfect queen. And Marco finds out what's wrong with the janitor dude and follows him to find out what his deal is. And turns out Tom, you remember Tom from Season 1? Well, Tom is back and wants to prevent Star and Marco from having any romantic interactions so that he can date her himself. Now, yeah. So, Marco exposes the guidance counselor. Well, Star is going kind of on an emo phase. Like, not really emo, more like gothic. I don't know what to call it. More like a rebellious phase. Like, she has purple hair, got skull all over her heart, stuff like that. Yeah. And then Marco gets sent down to the underworld, or wherever Star, or wherever Tom resides, and the two of them challenge each other. While Marco challenges Tom to ping pong, he gets wrecked. He tells Tom even if he beats him at ping pong, he will not get Star's heart or whatever if he kills him, though the challenge to the death. Marco and Tom start getting along. They still hate each other, but they got a slightly better relationship now, you know what I mean? Slightly better. I mean, it's a start. You know what I mean? I'm fixing my settings, because while playing that game, I noticed my settings were all fucked up for some reason. There we go. Now then. And then Marco and Tom go to Star and tell her, it was Tom doing that the whole time, and that it doesn't matter if Star said, because she's still gonna be queen. Marco tells her, it doesn't matter like that. You can rule the kingdom in whatever style, despite how destructive it may be. It would be her own style. And I like that message. Overall, I'll give that episode a 9.8. I'm extremely biased, the comedy's on point. I like seeing Tom, and I like seeing Tom and Marco getting along for once, although he's only appeared in one other episode besides this one. Actually, he cameoed in another episode back in Season 1. I don't remember which one that was. But yeah, 9.8 for episode 2A of Season 2, Star vs. Force Evil. So let's move on to episode 2B. 2B basically is about Star, looking around for a hammer, the human way, you know, to hang up a poster on her wall. But that's the side plot of the episode. This one's more based on Marco, yet again. I don't know, and I don't mind that at all. Marco is, you know, he wants to know what to move on with his life, what he's going to do with his life, because he had a nightmare about, like, what do you want to do with your life and all that stuff, because that's how everyone's moving on with their life. So he figures karate. He needs his red belt, or whatever the heck it is, you know what I mean? So he confronts his sensei, who turned out to be a total fraud. He did not earn his red belt. He earned it from, that's Chris again, sorry about that. He earned it, well, he learned how to teach through basically a, through some VCRs. VCR tutorials. Yeah. And so now it's up to him and Marco to find the DVDs in order for them, VCR tapes, in order to, for them both to become red belts. And they find it at a thrift store, you know what I mean? But they have to face this collector dude who's selling it for like $2,400. So they fight him. Marco gets wrecked. And I also like how he fights. He turns out to be really tough, but he's also fighting with like VCR launching tapes. It's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool, you know? The fight was pretty cool. His sensei and Marco both succeed in whatever the hell they're doing. Well, what they're doing. Star's parents actually are concerned for Star, not because they don't even own a hammer, so they buy her hammer. Now she needs nails and stuff. It's actually cool seeing them actually care about Star a little bit more to see that, because actually, aside from a few little things like them throwing her a party, like every day she's been there and on Earth and stuff, we haven't seen that. And I really think that's really cool, despite it just being a small part of the episode. Excuse me, I can't English. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed the episode. The fighting, the consistency between 2A and 2B is really cool, you know? It's another Marco-based episode, more in his perspective. We do see Marco's parents acting cool to Star and, you know, helping her out. Overall, I think this is even with 2A, and he gets a 9.8. They're both even episodes, in my opinion. I like both of them, despite Tom being in the previous one. I really think I really like this episode just as much. Call me crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the review and the recap. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, Meister out.